what to say. Haven't you noticed? Suddenly I'm bright and breezy because of the new and new things I'm learning about you day by day. Go! 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 Go!
And then, I moved to Chicago. About a year and a half ago, I moved to Chicago from Portland, Oregon. I'd been there for about 6 years, and while I loved it, it was time for a change. My artistic life was going well. I was making work I cared about with other amazing artists and building a solid reputation. But I wanted more and different things than I felt Portland could offer me. So I moved to Chicago, a gigantic sprawling city where I didn't know anybody. I quickly became employed and started setting up my apartment and setting up a new social circle at the ripe age of 32. Immediately, I ran into a couple of problems. Everyone I was meeting was married, and everyone already had their friends.
I moved into a month-long sublet when I first moved to the city with 3 roommates, 2 who were actors and 1 who was a tech person who hula hooped, to super nice people, but also very much established adults without much of a gap in their friend group.
I went on a lot of dates when I first moved to Chicago. It's a lot easier to find people that want to go on dates with you than it is to find people that want to be your pals. In fact, I didn't really meet anyone that wanted to be my friend. I just met a lot of people that wanted to see me naked, which was awesome. But the longer I went without relationships that were free of that sort of pressure and expectation, the longer I missed those relationships. After being in town for about a month and a half, the loneliness and winter were beginning to creep in. I had a list of people in the city I should get in touch with. Names given to me from friends,
Professors, my parents,
acquaintances, and my yoga instructor.
I wrote the copy of an email into a text edit file, and I copied and pasted into like 16 different emails. I changed the names on top, and I shipped them off. Only a handful even got back to me.
One morning, I sat down and I wrote out a list of every single person I met in Chicago who said, "Hey, let's hang out." And next to their names, I wrote down the type of activities I felt like it would be appropriate to invite them to.
I religiously combed the reader for any events that might hold interesting people around or behind them. I was terrified to introduce myself to anyone at these things, but I went to them, and I invited people to them. I would buy 2 tickets to a show. I would send a barrage of text off to 3, 4, 5 people, occasionally worried that multiple people would say yes, but never happened. And more than once, I had to give away a ticket to someone outside of the venue.
I started sending texts and making offers and going to group social situations where I'd stand around awkwardly trying not to drink my drink too fast.
There would be moments where I drank my drink too fast, and those were the low points in the story.
On the whole, the venture was moderately successful. Yes? Yeah, great. Friends, best thing. You realize, of course, that we can never be friends. But what I'm saying is, and this is not a come on in any way, shape, or form, is that men and women can't be friends because the sex part always gets in the way. No, you don't. No, you don't. You only think you do. No, what I'm saying is they all want to have sex with you. Do too. Because no man can be friends with a woman he finds attractive. He always wants to have sex with her. No, you pretty much want to nail him too. Doesn't matter, because the sex thing is already out there, so the friendship is ultimately doomed, and that is the end of the story.